Well, obviously, we don't normally play in a stadium like this. Great atmosphere as well, especially from the Scarborough fans. Actually, in terms of the numbers, it's quite even, really, Scarborough fans and Marske fans. But in terms of numbers, there's maybe about a couple of thousand here tonight. But you know, this atmosphere, the noise, seeing the floodlights do their thing as well with this little light show before the game. The Riverside Stadium's making it feel as much like, you know, a typical match here as they can. And for the players, you know, if you can't get excited about playing on a surface which is as amazing as this, in a stadium as amazing as this, with a chance to win some silverware, and of course the opportunity to impress the new boss one final time before the season ends.
And it's now Bailey just having to try and head the ball, but Marsk's number 11, that is Curtis Round, takes it round Bailey, but brings it back to the fullback of Liam O'Sullivan, and Watson does get the ball away. But it's only fallen to the number 8 of Craig Gott, who actually scored against us when we played him in the FA Cup prelim the season before. He scored at the Flamingo Land Stadium from a penalty in the 1-1 draw there. We had to take it back to theirs to win 2-1 after extra time. Coulson with a brace in that match there, and it's still Marske trying to hold this and penning Scarborough back into a defensive position. It's now with the number 7 of Jack Blackford, and he's been scoring a couple of goals and finishing off the season. Gets into the penalty box, and there was a lovely pass into the number 10 of Jamie Owens, who's also their top goal scorer with 20 goals. Just ready to shoot, but he just didn't hit the ball right. So Scarborough just being very defensive at the moment as Josh Lacey now punts the ball up to the halfway line. Walshaw just trying to get shake the attentions of their number 5 of Andrew May, and Scarborough Athletic still have the ball in control. It's nice to see Flynn McNaughton after his goal coming on as a substitute at the weekend, getting a start as well. So Jack Johnson now just taking it down on the right hand side, brings it in there. Lovely one there to Walshaw. Walshaw just slips on the surface. It wasn't a penalty that, and he didn't even claim it. I know the crowd were cheering for one, but it just slipped on the turf, and I could see a few of the players from both sides have been slipping. So it does feel well watered, the pitch as well. And a little through ball there for Marske, but it's going to be cleared up by Burgess, who's probably the shortest travel distance today for the Scarborough side, obviously being in the northeast. And it looks like Marske still just trying to get hold of that ball. They're now bringing it back towards Tom Taylor's goal here on the right hand side, using that channel, and it's cleared away by Lacey, and it's now Scarborough just trying to pass it back out, but they've now brought it back to Lacey there. Lacey now looks to go a little bit longer, I think. He's having a little bit of time on the ball. Marske letting him have that time, and he is going to take that one. He's going to look for Flynn McNaughton, and it's chested down on the halfway line by Brooksby with bright orange boots there. Coulson in the centre of the park, and you see Jack Johnson in tons of space here. The ball finally gets to him. He's got the ball. He's looking for Coulson again. Back to Coulson. Coulson now looking for Walshaw. Walshaw was ready to cut it on the inside as Coulson's pass went around the outside there. Marske now back with the possession with the number 11 of Curtis Round, and looking for a Scarborough ball, and the assistant on our near side does give Scarborough that ball. Another throw in for Marske again as Flynn McNaughton takes the ball out, and the ball goes right back to Robert Dean. Robert Dean now gets the ball, he gets it to Coulson on his chest, but there's a Marske player just around him. And now Marske trying to go for a long ball there, and it looks like he's got past Josh Lacey. Josh Lacey trying to hold him, but the shot was weak, and it was easy for Tom Taylor. I'm just trying to think who was the player. I think it was Jack Blackford, I think. Number 7, I think it was, in midfield. Goal threats, as I've said, from Marske with Blackford and Jamie Owens. And it's now Scarborough trying to get the ball into the Marske penalty area. The ball goes out. It's going to be a throw-in for Scarborough. And it's going to be Brooksby to take the throw-in. Brooksby gets it down to Coulson, who's just been everywhere at the moment. Using some sort of free roll. There's a little back heel there, and it's fallen for Walshaw in the penalty area, but yet again, as Marske's shot against Tom Taylor, very weak in that shot there, not enough power. So Tom Taylor now on launching the ball up for Coulson. Coulson gets a head onto that. There's going to be a Mask player or a yellow shirt that gets hold of it, chips it back to the full-back. Long ball there, Watson now gets it hold, and it's the number 10 of Jamie Owens gets hold of the ball. He's still got hold of it, gets past Bailey, leaves it forward to number 4. It's a lovely move here to Butterworth. Butterworth now gets a cross in. It's a good one. I can see someone creeping around the back there. I think it's Blackford. But Tom Taylor gets hold of the ball and he launches that one. I can see Flynn McNaughton trying to get hold of that one. He hasn't got it, but Walshaw definitely has this time. He's got a bit of space as the Mask players are now trying to get back. He's slipped on the grass there, but he's got the ball over to Lotts, and it's now Watson. Watson, we know he can shoot from that area, but he's just tempering it at the moment. He's just still got it in front of the centre circle. Back to Josh Lacey, back to Brooksby. Brooksby feeds it to Walshaw. Walshaw now just having a couple of touches, seeing who's around, brings it back to Watson. Scarborough playing a bit patient as it's a across the field ball looking for Johnson, and it's headed there by the full-back, but Johnson will get hold of it. Back to Bailey Gooder. Gooder now trying to put it up there, but it's fallen to a Mask player, and Mask now have got numbers here. Scarborough just trying to get back in the defensive position. It's the number 11, Curtis Ram, gives it to Jamie Owens. Jamie Owens. Ooh, if that was a shot, that was a terrible one, and he has put his hand up to Curtis Round, who did all the hard work there.
And it's echoing around the whole stadium. The keeper plays it on the floor out onto the right hand side. And Mask playing it forward to Owens now. He plays it back, and it's with Gott. He plays it out onto this left hand side where Mask have looked dangerous. It's O'Sullivan now, cuts inside, got a bit of space to run at the Scarborough defence. Lovely little ball played through, chance for Masters to open the scoring. Great save by Tommy Taylor. A chance for them to get a second shot away, but it's cleared by Lacey with his head and out to. That was I don't know whether it was an intentional pass through, but it certainly broke through the Scarborough defence, and Mass should have been 1-0 up there. Scarborough have had a couple of dangerous moments in these first 15-20 minutes or so. Substitutes for Scarborough tonight: Luke Dean, Jamie Forrester, Dave Merris, Nathan Valentine and Ross Killick. Flynn McNaughton starting tonight. There's some changes. And of course after tonight it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now ball played through for Scarborough, but it looks like it'll be cleared by May. Passes it out. But tackle comes in, and now Watson for Scarborough, right in the middle of the pitch. Looking for options, not really getting much though, is he? And he ends up giving the ball away. You've got to feel sorry for him there, because you could see he was looking for some movement from someone and he wasn't getting it at all. Nice little ball play through now to McNaughton for Scarborough. He plays it through to Michael Coulson. Running towards the right, playing it out to Johnson now. He cuts inside, gets a little chip in towards Walshaw. Oh, nearly went in that. Walshaw stretched his leg out. If he'd have got a touch on that, that'd have been 1-0. But as it happened, the cross nearly went in anyway. It just went wide. It's going to be a goal kick to Mask. Anyway, so throwing to Scarborough, midway inside the Mask half on the left-hand side. Ball comes into Michael Coulson, now back out to Brooksby. Into McNaughton, he plays it forward to Walshaw. Back to Brooksby, running at the defence. Will he get a shot away? Approaching the penalty area, he plays inside to Coulson. He will get a shot away. Tests the keeper there, who didn't manage to collect it at the first attempt, and Walshaw was steaming in, but keeper managed to collect it at the second attempt.
Shot. Like I said, I left my notes in the car, but yeah, both of them, they're a bit of a danger. Obviously with Round on the left hand side, he's getting himself into a few gaps behind that defence. Scarborough, here we go again. He's just on the back here on the left hand side. He's got a lot of space. Lacey's covering a lot of ground, and a good save there by the foot from Taylor. The ball's still in play, and I think it'll go out for a throw in there. So a good bit of defensive work there from Scarborough, avoiding the corner as well.
Yeah, best chance of the game so far from Curtis Round there. It was a really good save from Taylor with his foot, and it's a throw into Mask on the right hand side, quite close to the corner flag. They have had the better of the chances so far in the first half. And of course they're going to be totally up for this game. That should Scarborough, but they're playing at the Riverside Stadium just up the road from them. I'm sure a lot of people in Mask are Middlesbrough fans. Throwing coming in now. It's a long one as well, and it's headed on. It's going to be 1-0. It is 1-0. And it's Jamie Owens who opens the scoring for Marske at the Riverside Stadium. Scarborough not dealing with the long throw. Long throw came in, and I've got to say the Borough defence didn't really know what to do with it. Didn't manage to clear it, fell to Owens, and he smashes it into the bottom corner of the net. Marske lead by a goal to nil.
Free kick, if you can hit it, it'll go down as somewhat of Messi's calibre. A bit further out as well. So Watson, is he going to go for a shot? He has. He's gone for it, and it's easy for the keeper. It's straight at him there. But it's still a shot on target. We just need some goals now. 36 minutes into this first half. Still a little bit to do for Scarborough. Obviously, we're getting some shots on, but we just need to get a bit more venom in them shots, a little bit more sting, as well as now Walshaw runs after the ball as it's headed there down by Brooksby. Walshaw's in the corner, gets it over to Loss. Loss has a step over, comes back the other way, having a look round, but yeah, everyone is just a little bit static. You get a great view up here, a bit more than you would at the Flamingo Land Stadium. It's a good vantage point as Coulson gets a tackle from behind by two Marske players. He's going to blow his whistle for this free kick to be taken. Ryan Watson has a little run up, brings it in there. Walshaw, free header. The ball is loose though, and it's scrambled out there, but Marske do get away with it. But there is a player down on the pitch, and it does look like a head injury. And obviously there's a bit of a controversy at Ellen Road about when to stop games and when not to. But Walshaw he's given himself a rub down, and he's back onto his feet. But I think Scarborough were looking for something there. Doesn't have a big run up though, Watson, when he takes these set pieces. And there he goes, drives that one in again. It's headed away, big head there from the Marske defence. But Watson should be free of it to get that, and he does after a little sliding tackle there from Round. Sliding on the grass, a ball coming in there again, and Bailey and Burgess trying to jump for the same ball there, and I think it come off the shoulder of Bailey Gooder. Bailey Gooder now still up there. It's Jack Johnson and Watson in defence. Lacey now gets it over to Walshaw. Walshaw leaps like a salmon there to get hold of it, gets it into a good corner here. Lacey trips, and he's got past his man. No, it's actually helped him there as Lacey now comes back in. Walshaw now he's looking for a penalty. And there is a penalty for Scarborough there. Because Walshaw was running to walk that into the goal there, but he took a tumble, and obviously it was a penalty. It was this side as well. Don't put any pressure on Walshaw. Obviously he can't hear me. He'll only get this from the coverage afterwards. But it was Walshaw, if I remember, who did have a penalty here last season. That goal. I'm sorry, I mentioned it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be allowed back home if this doesn't go in. So I am hoping it does go in. So Walshaw is the man on the ball, and obviously I knew there was going to be a penalty in this game because we've had a few, and he saved it, but here comes the rebound, and it's in, get in! Walshaw on the rebound there, bit similar to last Saturday with Walkington. Saved penalty, a good save though by the goalkeeper, but Walshaw is quick and alert. There's still some legs in the old dog yet, and puts the ball back in there for another goal. And we've always had a penalty in nearly every game.
Well, he only missed that because you cursed it, but I'm thankful that he managed to follow it up, and of course their keeper was going mad with his defence, a bit like Tommy Taylor was in our last game. May plays it out, play for a throw-in to Scarborough, which Lacey takes quickly to Brooksby. Lovely little back heel there under pressure from Brooksby, and now Lacey with room to run forward inside to Coulson. He will chip it out onto the right towards Watson. Scarborough building, nice little turn from Watson. Will he find his shot? It's going to be on his left foot. He turns onto his right foot, being blocked, back on his left side again, plays it forward to Loss. Coulson with a bit of space now. Can he get a shot away? Tries to get past his man, and the shot does come in. It goes wide of the Marske post. A bit better from Scarborough though, into the danger area. But Scarborough do win it back. Lacey plays it out to Brooksby. He chips it forward to Walshaw. He's not had many touches in this half. He plays it back to Lacey on this left-hand side, just below us here. I say just below us, about 100 foot below us. And now Watson at 1-2 there with Woolshaw. Bossing things there in the middle of the park, and now back with Woolshaw. He plays it out to Lacey. Scarborough patiently building up. Lacey nearly ran it out of play there, but doesn't. Little back heel to Coulson now. He'll run inside and play it back out to Lacey. Under a bit of pressure, back into Coulson now. Can he get a shot away? He can. It's about 3 or 4 yards wide of the post. So still 1-1. John Beesey, the Scarborough manager, is having a conversation with Watson, telling him where he wants him to put it. And free kick comes in, it's floated in, it's kept in by Gooder. And we'll have a second chance to scoop it in, but it's cleared. It wasn't a great cross. But Watson will win it back now. Looking really comfortable on the ball. Towards Walshaw now, back to Watson. Is he going to score? Oh, what a great tackle coming in there at the end from Marske. That looked like it was a definite goal, but you have to give credit to Round, who came back and got the tackle in. That was phenomenal defending, but nice build-up play from Scarborough. Should have been 2-1. Corner to Borough, which Watson will take. He's getting in the thick of the action here. Ships it in, keeper leaves it. Walshaw going up for the header, goes back out though to Lofts. Fans want him to shoot, he doesn't, but Gooder now has it in the penalty area, holding up play. Will he get a cross in? He tries to find an angle, he's chipped it in. Oh, it's headed off the line. Headed off the line. It wasn't going in because it was chipped back in, but the defender had to clear it there. He was on the line as he headed it clear, and now the Scarborough fans find some voice because Scarborough are starting to take control of the game in the second half. And it's now with substitute Dean. He plays it back to Johnson, intercepted though by Liddell, and back out for a Scarborough throw. Come on Borough, come on the real Borough. 14 minutes gone. I'll hand you back over to Ant in a minute. Lofts now running forward on the wing, plays it out to Johnson. Scarborough patiently building. This is much better from Scarborough in the second half. Nice little intricate passing. Lofts now back to Walshaw, but he's lost it. And Marske will clear it. And it's going to be a free kick.
So looks like Scarborough are looking at a three-pronged attack. As Dean gets a header onto that. Dean gets a second header onto it. Walshaw completely misses that one, but holds nicely for him, just getting a bit of a side swipe from the Marske player, and it's now Brooksby. Brooksby just makes it into the penalty area, takes a shot there, and it's rebound off the keeper, it's a goal! And it's in, it's Coulson now with the second goal as the keeper, Robert Dean, couldn't catch it, and Coulson likes scoring past Robert Dean as well. I mean, that's about his 4th goal he scored past the Marske goalkeeper, and Scarborough take the lead for the first time, and the fans have made it up via Whitby up on the A170. Yeah, that's the one. I was getting them wrong. But anyway, they're here. They could have gone that way if they wanted. And Scarborough take the lead, and it's 2-1 here in the Senior Cup final. Just checking on the times. We're on about 26 minutes into the game. Scarborough now just getting the ball in the edge. It's Luke Lost, but it's in the back of the net. But there is going to be a free kick for Marske United as Lost has done enough to cause a foul, and that's where we are at the moment. It was a lovely strike there by Luke Lost.
I suppose at the very least, he knew the whistle had gone, but at least he scored a goal on the riverside. Doesn't count, didn't count, but put it back on there.
Yeah, obviously it does good to in the confidence to put the ball in the back of the net, and it's now an attack from Marske on the left hand side, headed away there by Burgess, and everyone just out jumped that, and I think there's a Scarborough player out injured at the moment, but yeah, again, it's not a head injury, and it's a goal for Marske. So Marske a couple of times, got back into this, as there's a player injured on the floor. He's now asking for Christian Machin to come up.
It's not quite Leeds Aston Villa, is it? But you know, the Scarborough player has gone down, clearly injured. Yeah. Play continued. They were in an attacking position. You can't really forgive him for doing that. It was a great strike, actually. You've got to give him credit.
So Marske have got themselves back into this.
Empty area on this left-hand side. It's going to be Josh Lacey to take it, and in it comes flicked on, no, headed out actually. But Bailey Gooder will try and build for Scarborough. But Marske have got a real kick in their step now. And a lovely ball played through there from the substitute. And Marske with a chance to take the lead. Oh, I thought that was in. Just wide. Fantastic shot there from Round, who has impressed during the game tonight. He's certainly got some extra energy in the later stages of the game, and it's 2-2 if you're just joining us in the North Riding Senior Cup final. Now a chance for Fairleigh to get a cross in, and Tommy Taylor had to collect that as it was goal bound, but he does collect it, and he will now kick it high, looking for Walshaw. He's on his own in the Marske half, doesn't win it unfortunately, and now Marske playing some pacey football. Butterworth plays it out to O'Sullivan, the man with the big long throw. He plays it into Owens, and now a beautiful ball forward. Johnson left for dust. Shot comes in. Taylor rises for it. It was always going over, but got a touch on it. He must have got a touch on it. It is a corner ball. Someone got a touch on it. It's going to be a free kick for Scarborough. We'll all go a little bit crazy if we get this in. It will be a last-minute winner. Which would be nice for us to score rather than the opposition. Cross comes in. It's not very good though. The free kick. It's very weak, but it's another chance for Watson to maybe get another cross in. He's running down, chips it with his left foot. It's a really good ball this time, but it's headed clear only as far as Brooksby. And now the ball back with the substitute Forrester. Nice little ball played in towards the penalty area. Heads go up. Everyone misses it. Gooder's chasing after it. Walshaw does pick it up. Not at a great angle to get a shot away, but he plays it back to Watson. He chips it in, headed clear, almost to Coulson, but not quite. And now Forrester with a chance. Nice little ball forward. Didn't go very far though. And we are heading into stoppage time. We're in stoppage time now actually. Should only be a couple of minutes, I would imagine, if that. Ball chipped forward towards Coulson, it misses him. And now the ball played forwards towards Curtis Round. Very impressive from us tonight. He nearly got a great ball through, although it would have been offside. Now Jack Johnson with a chance for Scarborough. Lovely ball through to Coulson. Can he get the shot away? It's Walshaw. It must be. It isn't. Oh, nearly a last-minute winner for Scarborough there. It looked like it was going to be a goal, but no. Play continues, and now a chance for Marske on the left-hand side. A really exciting finish at the Riverside Stadium. Great challenge though coming in from Bailey Gooder. You have to say he did very well there. 4 minutes of stoppage time to play, although we have played a minute and a half of stoppage time already. Look out for the links on social media once the goals and the highlights, and hopefully a penalty win and some silverware would be good, wouldn't it? And there is still time. Last few seconds. Oh, nasty challenge there on Brooksby. Right next to the referee, who lets play continue. Happy with that cross coming in. Will it be a late winner for Marske? No, it's cleared by Johnson. And now, possibly with the last chance of the game in normal time, Scarborough running forward with Dean. Walshaw wants him to run forward. He plays it back now to Watson. Referee looks at his watch. It's out on the right-hand side to Brooksby. Walshaw wants it in the box. This will be the last chance of the game. Brooksby lining up a shot, gets a shot. It's blocked though. And the referee, I'm sure, will be blowing for full time in a moment. Well, let's play continue. And down the wing it goes. We're just getting a header. I do think Scarborough should be trying to go for the winner here, and they are. Gooder now. Let's get the ball in the box. Walshaw's got his arm up. He wants it to him. Gooder tries to reach him, but it's not a great cross over, but not the best clearance, and that is it. That is the end of normal time. No extra time, so it's going to be a penalty shootout at the Riverside Stadium. So it's finished Scarborough Athletic 2, Marske United 2. Alright, okay. So it's going to be Marske to take the first penalty. Referee just speaking to the keepers at the moment. So it's going to be Glenn Butterworth against Tommy Taylor. All the players for both teams on the halfway line. Tommy Taylor saved his fair share of penalties, and of course we beat York in the penalty shootout last round. It's Butterworth against Taylor, and it's saved! And cheers and screams from the Scarborough fans. We are doing the Scarborough goals. There will be goals, there'll all be goals. Right, over to you, Ant, for Walshaw.
Gotta get involved, Come on. So here we are on Yorkshire's Radio Extra. James Walshaw is going to be taking the penalty, and is it Robert Dean in goal? I am a bit excited. A really good save there by Tommy Taylor. So Robert Dean in goal, trying to look as big as he can.
Don't say anything about this.
I'm not saying anything. So Walshaw now having a run up, and it's in the back of the net. 1-0.
Great, there we go, 1-0. So second penalty for Marske, and they're already under pressure. Going to be Matthew Waters against Tommy Taylor, under real pressure now, and it's in the back of the net. It's 1-1. But Marske have taken an extra penalty, and here we go for Kulo's cool finish, no doubt. And
thank you very much. So Michael Golson. Alright, never mind. Golson on the penalty spot now. Robert Dean, hands on his shoulders, quick run up there, and it's in the bottom left hand corner. Get in! Sorry.
That's alright. So Scarborough lead 2-1 in the penalty shootout. Both teams have taken 2 penalties each, and it's going to be the keeper, Robert Dean, against Tommy Taylor. And up he comes, and it's saved by Tommy Taylor. Get in! Great if they go in if you're a goalkeeper, but not if they don't. Oh dear. So Scarborough lead by 2 penalties to 1. Marske have taken 3. This is Scarborough's third. Over to you.
Thank you. So Bailey Gooder scored a couple of goals. Not from the penalty spot though. Ex-Harrogate Town. Robert Dean, hands on his hips. He just doesn't look like he's in this. Yes, fingers crossed, everything crossed. Here he goes, big run up there by Bailey Gooder. A couple of skips and a save by Dean. Oh, he deceived us then.
He's still under pressure. 2-1, 4th penalty. And it's going to be Callum Martin. Runs up and rifles it into the bottom left corner. And this will be Brooksby. Yeah. We missed it. This would have been to win it. But up he comes against Dean. Oh, it's a beautiful finish. And now Scarborough are going to win the North Riding Senior Cup unless Marske score this and Scarborough miss their next one, I think. So, did I do that? I did do that. I did the Scarborough. So I was going to hand it over to you. Okay, you're busy with the Facebook Live, and I would be too. 46 viewers, that's impressive. Marske need to score this. And it's saved! Scarborough have won some silverware! The players are already after Tommy Taylor, who slides in front of the Scarborough fans. The rest of the team and the Scarborough management team jumping onto the pile. Scarborough have done it. They've won the penalty shootout and they've won the North Riding Senior Cup. Getting Scarborough joy at the end of a frustrating season for Borough, not making the playoffs, but we get some silverware. It's been a while since we've done this in the North Riding Senior Cup. It's a lovely looking trophy glistening under the floodlights, and Scarborough have done it. Commiserations to Marske United. They've done absolutely brilliantly tonight. Michael Coulson, congratulations tonight. How's it feel to actually take some silverware home from the Riverside Stadium this year?
Yeah, great end to the season. All the lads are absolutely buzzing. What a great atmosphere Scarborough fans made tonight, and we did it on penalties the hard way, and it was a great feeling, mint feeling, Paddy.
I mean, not only did you score the penalty, you also scored in open play as well. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was good. Nice to finish the season with a goal, and especially the penalty. Because I missed a few pens in a shootout, so yeah, it's nice to get a pen, and brilliant end to the season for Tommy. He's been superb all year, absolutely brilliant. For him, he deserves all the plaudits, and it's extra special that way that he saved the pens. Buzzing for him.
I hope you're not driving home. I am, and I'm going to stink of alcohol now.
No, I'll have a few tonight, and then back at work tomorrow, Paddy.
Right, yeah. It was great to see you. As soon as you got your winner's medal, as soon as you enjoyed the celebrations there, you gave it straight to a fan. That was lovely to see.
Yeah, the medals will end up getting stuck in the loft somewhere, so hopefully the young lads will appreciate it, and it'll make it a night. So credit to all the fans. The atmosphere was superb tonight, weren't it? And hopefully they can get behind us next season, and we can go one better in the league.
Right, I'll let you celebrate with the rest of the players now.
Cheers.
Well done, Michael Coulson. Firstly, I'll start with you, Kev. How does that feel, especially at the Riverside Stadium, which of course is just up the road for you from where you're from, isn't it? How does it feel for you?
Unbelievable, like you say, I'm from Middlesbrough, and this is like the field of dreams for me. My family's here. The lads done well, but commiserations to Marske, put a good fight up. No one likes to go out in penalties, but this man was superb today again, and I thought we deserved it, so absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, I mean, after the disappointment of finishing runners-up last season, great day out for the fans. We really wanted to go one better tonight, and we did, and just to see you guys celebrating at the end there, I'm covered in champagne, I've not even been involved, but that must feel so good.
Unbelievable, the fans have turned out in numbers again. They've been absolutely brilliant all season, so we're just buzzing that we can give them something to cheer about, so they've been fantastic.
Well, let's speak to Tommy Taylor, and how are you feeling then? Well done again in goal there. I mean, you must not dread penalty shootouts, you must almost look forward to them. You always seem to do pretty well in them.
No, I'll always back myself in a penalty shootout. I think I had to make up for the second goal there. I think I should have saved the second goal, but it's nice to make up for it and get the win in the end.
So, I mean, the celebration's more or less finished. You seem to have your hands on the trophy. Is it you sleeping with this in your bed tonight then?
I don't think my girlfriend would be happy if I took this to bed with me, but no, it's fantastic to be able to get the new club's name on there alongside the old club for the fans and the board and everything. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, and that's great to hear actually, yeah, because of course a lot of fans here tonight, some of the older ones anyway, will remember some of the successes from the previous club, so it is nice, isn't it, to sort of bridge that gap really?
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of those, and it's lovely to get
it's a great trophy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, it's great, yeah.
Great, and obviously a nice way to end the season, because we know it was a bit disappointing not making the playoffs, and it's just nice to come away and actually give the fans something to smile about at the end of the season, and something to build on for next season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every single lad in there is so disappointed that we didn't get in the playoffs, but to come here and pick up a bit of silverware, and just for the fans really, just to get something for them to cheer about, and like you say, push on towards next year, and hopefully we'll go on better, and very least get in the playoffs, but we want to be pushing for automatic next year.
And this is the first interview that you'll have done without your name being sung, so at least we can hear your answers, eh? So well done tonight, well done to you as well. Congratulations both of you. Brilliant performance, well done both of you.
Cheers.